Hello and welcome, racing fans. Good to be with you. Yes, it's a new week, new opportunities. We'll be racing at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Tuesday. We've got a 10-race program for you. The first race goes off at 11:50. Being a 10-race card, the bar pot starts in race number 2, the off time 12:25. Place accumulator race 3 at 1 o'clock. The pick 6 race 4 at 13:35. First jackpot starts race number 5 at 2:10. And the 7th race is where the second jackpot starts, and that goes off at 3:20. All things being equal, the 10th and final race will be the 10th race, that being 5:03. So you won't get left behind. You've got lots of time to get involved, and that get out stakes looks to be quite tricky. I might have been able to find you some value there in the 10th race, so stand by, watch this preview in its entirety. I must remind the viewers as well, please head on over to our Cape socials, all our Facebook pages, Instagram pages, our YouTube channel especially. You can find our perfectly placed interviews. I was very fortunate enough to catch up with Vaughan Marshall, Pit Buerta. We spoke to Adam Marcus as well. That was a great interview with Adam. And then Jeff Woodruff was kind enough to give us a helping hand. He's representing Lucinda Woodruff, doing a fine job here in the Western Cape. So it was great to have the governor back on perfectly placed. So you can find all those interviews on our Cape Racing YouTube channel. Okay, now that I've got through the housekeeping work, now we're going to dive straight into it. Race number 1 goes off at 11:50. The betting has number 1, Scarlet McCaw at 15-10. Number 2, In the Green Zone at 22-10. And number 4, Champagne Problems at 4-1. You're getting 7-1 and better those. I must sternly remind the viewers as well that this is a pre-recorded show. Things are going to change. Please keep updating your publications and keep watching the betting for any changes. Now, I'm probably going to lean towards number 1, Scarlet McCaw in race number 1, the ride of Aldo Dermeyer for Candice Bass Robinson. Nothing wrong with this daughter of Horizon's form. She's just had the 2 runs to date. She ran 4th to Furious Queen last time out. In the same race was a horse called B Mary, who ran 2nd, trained by Justin Snaith. B Mary went off to Port Elizabeth, Klabeja, and ran a lovely 3rd in the listed Lady Slipper over 1,400 meters. I think she's getting better with racing. She may have found the right sort of field, number 1, Scarlet McCaw, and I'm expecting a big run from her. Number 2, In the Green Zone, you can't fault her form line. She's just had a handful of runs, 5 to date. She ran 3rd to Rattlesnakes last time out. She showed any amount of pace on that occasion, and I see they've taken the cheek pieces off and they've put the blinkers on, number 2, In the Green Zone. Richard Faree gets the ride, and on exposed form, there's no doubt she's going to be there and thereabouts. So to start the day off, I'm not going to bore you. I obviously have to watch the market for any of the first timers. I know there's a few positive comments in the front of the computer form about those first timers, but of the raced runners, I'm going to suggest we take the swinger 1 and 2. Let's go to race number 2. 12:25 is the off time. It's the Cape Racing Sales Maiden Juvenile Plate Fillies. It's over 1,200 meters, and in this particular race, I see the market at the moment has number 16 From a Distance at 3-1. Number 11, Back at the George at 5-1. Number 2, Double Dash at 7-1 with number 13, American Ultra. And after that, you're getting 8-1 and better those. Now, I have suggested a buy pot, which I'm going to come back to. Having a look at race number 2, you can certainly make a case for number 16, From a Distance. She showed big improvement from run 1 to run 2. She ran 2nd to Artiste back on the 30th of April. That was a very good run. I think the value lies with number 14, Diamond Bomber. The 2-year-old daughter of Lancaster Bomber, the ride of Anthony Andrews. What price are we getting Diamond Bomber? She's currently trading 10-1. I have no doubt she's going to shorten up closer to race time. She ran 5th on debut, beaten just over 6 lengths by Symphony in White. Now, there's been a winner from that form line, a horse called Worldcraft, trained by Vaughan Marshall. And we know that Symphony in White went on to run a cracking 3rd in the Alan Robertson Championship, the Grade 1 at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. So with natural improvement, number 14, Diamond Bomber at 10-1. Punters, keep an eye on that. Now what I'm going to do is give you my suggested buy pot play. So get your notepads out. Here we go. It's just a skeleton guide. You can add and subtract. First leg, 11, 13, and 16. You probably want to include number 14, Diamond Bomber, over there if you want to. Second leg, 1, 3, and 7. By 1, 5, 8, and 14. By 5 and 6. By 6 and 10. By 2, 10, and 12. So that's my buy pot suggestion. 11, 13, and 16. Now that I've looked at the value, maybe you want to include number 14 as well, Diamond Bomber. By 1, 3, and 7. By 1, 5, 8, and 14. By 5 and 6. By 6 and 10. By 2, 10, and 12. Let's go to race number 3. It's off at 1 o'clock. It's the Cape Turf Club Maiden Juvenile Plates. It's over 1,200 meters. Again, it's an open race. Let's call up the market. Let's see what they're doing when it comes to race number 3. The betting at the moment has number 1 Oktoberfest, the first timer at 3-1. Number 7 Mont Petit Cherise at 3-1. The 15 Duchess of Palermo's at 4-1. And after that, you're getting 8-1 and better those. Now, they'll line up at the top of the straight here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. It is over 1,200 meters. I can tell you the comments around the first time at number 1 Oktoberfest are very positive. She's extremely well bred. Aldo Dume gets the ride for Candice Bass Robinson. And on that sort of breeding, I'd imagine there's a bit of speed in the family as well. Watch out. She could be one to follow going forward from this particular effort. Win, draw, or lose. We need to chat about number 7, Mont Petit Cherie. She ran a lovely third on debut. She ran third rather, beaten 5 lengths by Symphony in White. That was a cracking run. She's also very well bred. I've touched on that form line already. We've seen Willcraft come out and win. We saw Kinda Wonderful, who ran second in that particular race, get snared on the wire over here by All Out by 6, or All Out for 6. That was a cracking run. So 7, Mont Petit Cherie, she's got to be respected in a big way. That was a very good debut performance when finishing third. You can make a case for a few, so I'm not going to keep you talking in circles. I can tell you off the bat that Adam Marcus did give a big mention about number 12, Winter on the Green, the first timer. She's very well bred as well, so watch out for any late money and watch her go to the start. My suggested play over here, I think we're going to take the swingers. Let's pop that slide up. Let's go with a swinger, 1 Oktoberfest and number 7, Mont Petit Cherie. I'm not going to get a pat on the back, but I think that's the way to go to make some money when it comes to race number 3. Also reminding the viewers that this is where the PA starts. The off time is 1 o'clock. Let's go to race number 4. It's the Cape Turf Club Syndicate's Open Maiden. 13:35 is the off time. It's over 1,200 meters. The market over here in race number 4 has the favorites, number 8, Cliff Swallow. Again, 2-1 is the price about Cliff Swallow. The 1 Becky Sharp's at 4-1. The 14 Lead to Glory's at 9-2. And after that, you're getting 7-1 and better those. Now, the heading alone tells you that it's a nightmare of a race. It's an open maiden. I'm not going to keep talking about horses over here because what you can see over here is it's just a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. I can't give you confidence. I can't believe the price of Cliff Swallow. I've been for this horse far too many times. I've personally given up, probably come out and win. Ran 5th, beaten 2 and a bit lengths by Prince of Tibet on the 11th of May, but this 3-year-old son of Canford Cliffs has been given too many chances. I know they've gone for the open maiden route now, which is probably going to help his chances, but he will have to lump 61 kilograms up the straight here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, which is not going to make life easy. King Viserys must have a chance. Joyer de Flute must have a chance. Becky Sharp. The horse that I am going to suggest we go and take a few each ways on is number 14, Lead to Glory. So let's put up that slide if we can. At this sort of a price of 9-2, Lead to Glory is going to be my play suggestion. The 3-year-old daughter of Captain of Orm, Joshua Solomons gets the ride for Paddy Crayer. Nothing wrong with her form. She's only got 51.5 kilograms on her back, and Joshua has been riding her last 3 starts, so he knows her well. She was taking off to run a very good length and a half behind Pushing Limits in her last run. In the run before that, she ran 3rd, beaten 2 1/4 lengths by Explosive Speed. There's been 2 winners from the form line, namely Connery and 1,000 Kisses. So 14, Lead to Glory. Let's go and take a few places on this individual to open up the pick 6, race number 4 at 13:35. Let's go to race number 5. Now, race number 5 goes off at 2. It's the hashtag Destination Cape Racing. It's an open maiden for fillies and mares. It's over 1,400 meters. The market over here in race number 5 has number 3, Ticking Bomb, at 33-10. Number 6, Elorix at 33-10. The 1, Carpsa Hoop at 10-1. And you're getting 11-1 and better those. It's a wide open contest. First jackpot starts over here in race number 5. Just to remind the viewers, I don't like the look of the race. I really like the look of number 5, Rocking Peony, as some value. Now, I'm still trying to find the current price of Rocking Peony. I can't believe she's 13-1. It's a massive price. Cornet Offer gets the ride for Greg Enyon. There's nothing wrong with her form. She's been campaigning up the straight over 1,200 meters, and she doesn't help herself. She's her own worst nightmare. She drops herself out and then she takes off when the race is over. So now that she steps back up to 1400 meters, I know she's been tried over this trip with no success, but I think the older she gets, the more racing she does, the more maturing she does, she should be able to see the 1400 meters out. She's got a half decent draw of 5. She'll probably be dropped in for a run, and I'm hoping she can do her best work at the finish. So 5 Rocking Peony for me. I'm going to lean towards this one as being the horse that they all need to beat at a decent price. So Run to 1,000 Kisses. We've seen Charlene come out and frank that form line. Immediate Danger would have to be number 6, Elorix. You can spend quite a bit of time on this one. She's been there, she's done that, she's got the t-shirt, she's also very consistent, is number 6, Elorix. So I'm not going to bore you. Let's cut to the chase. Let's put up that slide. We're going to suggest an each way bet at 13 to 1 on Rocking Peony. That's number 5. Let's move along. Let's go to race number 6. Race number 6 goes off at 14:45. It's the Race Cape powered by Hollywoodbets. It's a Class 4 event over 1400 meters. Again, it's a nightmare. I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but I think Tuesday's card, there's lots of value to be had. There's definitely money to be had. Let's start with the market. Race number 6, the favorites, number 10, Slurricane at 4 to 1, 11 Night Bombers at 4 to 1, the 6 Kelp Forest at 5 to 1, and it's 8 to 1 and better those. You can make a case for Touchdown, a much better run last time out when running second to Karioku, who's trained by Eric Sands. That was a good run. Vaughan Marshall did confirm that he's in a good place. He's doing well back at home. 5 In the Bag ran third, just behind Touchdown last time out. That was the run on the 18th of May. 6 Kelp Forest, well, he moved down to the start very well last time out. He really floated down to the start. He looked an absolute picture. You got to say well done to Adam Marcus. He's got this horse in a good place back at home. Grant van Niekerk now takes over the reins from Alder Dummeyer. And if he can back that last one up, there's no doubt that he's going to be a major contender when it comes to race number 6. And then I want to chat about number 10, Slurricane as well. Richard Faree gets the ride. If he can beat the draw, he's going to be a massive runner. His penultimate run, the third behind Radicchio. There's been 4 winners from the form line, namely Oliver, Steadfast, All About Ronnie, and Bardolino. So 10 Slurricane, his last one when running second to Steadfast was a good enough effort. And if he can beat the draw with the maestro Richard Faree, he's probably the horse that they're all going to need to beat. So race number 6, I'm going to suggest we're going to take a few swingers. Let's put that slide up for the viewers to have a look at. I'm going to go and rush off to the totes or the bookmaker and go take the swinger 6 and 10. 6 Kelp Forest and number 10 Slurricane. Let's go to race number 7. The second jackpot starts over here. 3 is the off time. It's the Wolf Power Syndicate. It's a KB stakes. It's over 1600 meters. Now, in this particular race, the betting for race number 7 has number 10 Bardolino at 5 to 1. 12 Katsu at 6 to 1. The 7 Natiarms at 6 to 1. 14 Quartermain at 7 to 1. And it's 8 to 1 and better those. Wow, doesn't get any easier. It's really difficult trying to find a winner over here in race number 7. You can make a case for so many horses. I can confirm, chatting to Pit Puerta during the course of the week, that number 2, Tyrion Lannister's his best runner of the afternoon. Apparently, he's flying back at home. You can put a big black line through his last run. Things didn't work out. On this winter course, I have no doubt that he could bounce back to winning ways. So 2, Tyrion Lannister, just for the viewers out there at a decent price. You need to include him. Let's put that slide up. I'm not going to waste the viewers' time because I'm going to talk you in circles trying to make a case for so many horses. I'm going to suggest a jackpot 2. In the first leg, we're going to go 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 14. By 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. By Banker 8. By 4, 6, and 7. So just to repeat those numbers for you again, it starts now in race number 7. We're going 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 14. By 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. By Banker 8. By 4, 6, and 7. And that's going to cost you in the region of 105 Rand. Let's go to race number 8. It's the perfectly placed KB stakes. It's over 1800 meters. 15:55 is the off time. Trappy race, race number 8. There's value to be had over here when it comes to this particular race. The favorites, number 2, Green Mandarin at 33 to 10. 3, 2 a penny at 33 to 10. The 1, Gimme More Time at 4 to 1. And it's 5 to 1 and better those. What do we do when it comes to race 8? I like the look of Green Mandarin. I think there's still value to be had at this sort of price of 33 to 10. The way he's turned his form and the way he's changed as an individual, for me it bodes well for his career. He's a 3-time winner from 11 starts. He's won very well his last 2 starts. He turns it on in a ticking. He really quickens up smartly, does Green Mandarin. He'll be given a patient ride. He's drawn well. He'll probably take his medicine, drop out and wait to come with that late thrust when the race is all over. His last win for me when beating Gold Index was probably his most impressive to date. If JP can give him a similar ride and weave a passage, I think he's a big runner, number 2, Green Mandarin. 7, Baton Rouge, you can make a case for him. I happen to spend some time at the stables, and in particular with Baton Rouge. He's really looking $1 million at home. Hats off to Pit Poet in his yard. He's glowing. You would never say that we're heading into winter with the way his coat looks, Baton Rouge. He likes to be on speed. If he can get away at the right time, he's probably the horse that they're going to have to fetch through the last 300 meters. 8, Azuri won a good enough race last time out with that confidence booster. You can also make a case for him. So, tricky race. It's a very difficult race, this race number 8. So I'm probably going to suggest at this price, we can't get hurt. Let's go and take a few win bets on number 2, Green Mandarin, the 4-year-old son of Gimme the Green Light, in hope that he can become a 4-time winner. Let's go to race number 9, the penultimate. 16:30 is the off time. It's the Taking the Reins Class 5 for fillies and mares over 1,200 meters. The favorite for race number 9 is number 1, On Board at 22-10. 8, Why Not Jackie at 5-1. 7, Royal Lithium at 6-1. And there's a few at 8-1 behind that. Now, I'm not going to keep you and bore you and continue to make cases for so many horses when it comes to race number 9. It is a class 5, so it's a low-level race. I'm going to go with Why Not Jackie. I'm going to take my chances. She's done nothing wrong, the daughter of Pathfork. Paul Reeves has got his string in great form. Devon Ashby knows this individual very well. She's a 2-time winner from 16 starts, and she took off to run a great second behind Double Dream on the 21st of May. Before that, she ran 4th to Wordsworth. Now, if you go and watch that race, things didn't work out. Everything that could go wrong for Why Not Jackie went wrong. So if she can bring that last run to the course, where we've seen Shifting Path come out and frank that form line, that was on the 24th of April. So that form line is where Shifting Path came out to frank the form line. But the run behind Double Dream is the one I'm talking about. If she brings that to the course on Tuesday afternoon, she's the horse they all need to beat, undoubtedly. So at a decent price, 5-1, you might get 6-1 closer to race time. You can't get hurt, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the tote. Let's go to the bookmaker. Let's dig deep into those wallets, and let's go and back Why Not Jackie and hope that she can become a 3-time winner. The 10th and final race goes off at 3 minutes past 5. It's the Hollywoodbets Bright Future Cape Sea Stakes over 1,000 meters. This is probably the toughest race on the card. I see the favorites, number 2, Rattlesnake at 2-1. I'm not prepared to dive into a 2-year-old in open company at that sort of a price. Number 6, Shifting Path at 33-10, and it's 7-1 and better those. I'm going to go straight with number 6, Shifting Path. That's going to be my win suggestion over here. 33-10, we can't get hurt. Beat a very nice horse in the form of Otaniqua last time out. Showed any amount of grit and willingness to win the race at Shifting Path. He's also looking very well. I spent some time, as mentioned earlier on in this preview, at the Pit Poet yard during the course of the week, and I happened to see this individual. He looks $1 million. This 4-year-old son of Pathfork, he's a 3-time winner from 27 starts. All he needs to do is bring that last run to the course on Tuesday afternoon, and he's the horse that they all need to beat. So 33-10, straight win bet for me. That's what I'm going to be doing when I go off to the totes or the bookmaker when it comes to the 10th and final race. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching this lengthy preview. It's a tough card. I'm not going to make any secret about it. It's probably one of the toughest cards to date, but I would suggest that punters look towards the exotics. That's where you want to be when it comes to Tuesday's meeting at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. From myself, Brandon, the rest of the team here at Cape Racing, and of course the perfectly placed interviews, a big thank you to those trainers. We'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.